Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to the 8th annual meeting of the International Cytokine and Interferon Society. This meeting is focused on the structure and function and systems biology of cytokines. I want to start by thanking the meeting organizers, Mike Gale and Ram Savan, for really putting together a fantastic program, and also their co-organizers, Sarah Gaffin, Yuming Liu, Neha Supermanian, Steve Ziegler, and Renee Eriton for all your hard work and efforts for this fantastic meeting. I also want to remind you to save the date for next year's meeting. This will be October 17th to 20th in Cardiff in Wales in the UK. And this also promises to be a fantastic meeting. On behalf of the ICIS, I want to thank those in the society who really sort of play an instrumental role in everything that we do. In particular, Chris Hunter, the current ICIS president-elect. Chris will be president in 2021. I want to thank Dusan Buganovic, the ICIS treasurer, and John Scoggins, ICIS secretary. And a particular thank you to Joan Ofner, the managing director of the ICIS. Thank you to all of you who have participated both on council as well as our numerous committees, the meetings committee, nominations committee, awards committee, standards, publications, nomenclature, finance, and lastly, the development committee. Thank you to all of you for your service. A particular thanks to our Donor Hall of Fame. As you know, the Society is fortunate to have a number of donations that allow us to support those among our community that are doing particularly exciting and groundbreaking work in cytokine biology. So special thanks to the Seymour and Vivian Milstein family, particularly Philip Milstein, for his support of the Milstein Awards over the last 30 years or so. I want to thank BioLegend for the William E. Paul Award. We have a new award this year, which is a mid-career investigator award, and this is generously supported by Luminex with the John R. Kettman Award. I want to thank PBL Assay Biosciences for the Sydney and Joan Pesca Graduate and Postgraduate Awards, Bob Fleischman for his support of the Christina Fleischman Award to Young Women Investigators. And last but not least, we have a new award honoring our colleague Amanda Proudfoot. This is the ICIS Amanda Proudfoot Tribute Award, which honors a young trainee doing cutting-edge chemokine biology research. Special thank you to the awards committee, Fabian McKay, our chair, and Luke O'Neill, the co-chair, and other members of the committee who are involved in all aspects of selecting the awardees. Please remember to take advantage of social media to tweet about the meeting, and please use the hashtag Cytokines2020. I want to thank our numerous sponsors. So Lilly and Gilead, our platinum sponsors, Boehringer Ingelheim and Regeneron, our silver sponsors, and Pfizer, Millipore, BioLegend, 10x Genomics, Janssen, Luminex, and PBL are bronze sponsors. We have many additional sponsors highlighted here and exhibitors, and please be sure to visit the exhibitor booths where you'll learn about the cool work and the reagents and some of our affiliated journals who can talk about the ongoing efforts that they have promoting cytokine and interferon biology research. Without further ado, let's move on to the awards presentation. So the Society is lucky to be in a position to be able to honor a number of our investigators for their outstanding work. And with that said, I'll begin. So our first award this evening is the Milstein Award for Excellence in Interferon and Cytokine Research. This award will honor the work of Warren Leonard, MD. Warren is a distinguished investigator-in-chief of the Laboratory of Molecular Immunology. He's also director of the Immunology Center at the NHLBI in the NIH in Bethesda, Maryland. Warren has been chosen as the 2020 Milstein Award winner in recognition of his really groundbreaking work in the basic biology of cytokine signaling, particularly focused on IL-2 and related cytokines, and for all of the translational work he's been involved in, where he's really performed groundbreaking work in the area of X-linked severe combined immunodeficiency. Warren's work continues to explore the role of cytokines in immune dysregulation, and you'll hear his presentation detailing his exciting work shortly. The next award is the 2020 ICIS BioLegend William E. Paul Award. This is an award that honors Bill Paul, and it's supported by BioLegend. As everybody knows, Bill was a pioneer in cytokine biology, best known for his discovery, together with Maureen Howard, of what was initially called B-cell stimulating factor, or BSF1. This is now known, of course, as IL-4. And much of Bill's research at the NIH focused on IL-4, the Th2 cells that produce this cytokine and the signals that IL-4 evokes in cells, and a huge body of work on how IL-4 regulates host defense and pathology. As I mentioned, the award is supported by BioLegend, and this was established in 2016 and is given to an investigator or investigators that have made significant contributions to cytokine and interferon biology throughout their career. The Bill Paul Award will honor Sarah Gaffin and Vijay Kutru jointly in recognition of their enormous contributions to the field of IL-17 and health and disease. Sarah is a professor of rheumatology at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine, where she holds the Gerald P. Rodnan Professor of Rheumatology. Sarah is a world leader in the field of IL-17 biology and function and has become virtually synonymous with this cytokine. In short order, she's become a leading expert on IL-17 biology, IL-17 signaling, and she's really widely recognized as a major sort of contributor to our understanding of the importance of IL-17 as a major axis in immune signaling and biomedicine. You'll hear Sarah's presentation shortly. And as I mentioned, Sarah will be awarded this award together with Vijay Kutru, the Samuel L. Wasserstrom Professor of Neurology at Harvard Medical School, where he's also the director of the Evergrande Center for Immunological Diseases. Vijay is recognized for his impact on many of the fundamental discoveries related to cytokine research over the past decade. In particular, he's been instrumental in defining the IL-17 producing Th17 cells and their role in autoimmunity, and how modulation of IL-17 impacts immune function and tissue inflammation. His work has also contributed to the development of therapeutics that target both TIM3 in cancer and IL-17 for autoimmune diseases. And you'll hear Vijay's presentation shortly. Next, I want to highlight the 2020 ICIS Honorary Lifetime Membership Award. This is the awardee this year is Anne O'Gara. Anne is a senior group leader in the Laboratory of Immunoregulation and Infection at the Francis Crick Institute in London. Anne is honored with this award based on her seminal and original contributions to our understanding of the role of cytokines, particularly IL-10 in immunobiology, and active engagement in the cytokine research community. Anne is a highly cited author in immunology, and she has a number of sort of leadership roles across the field, including functioning as co-chair of the Cytokine 2018 meeting in Boston. She's also a member of the ICIS Council and is an invited speaker at the Cytokine 2019 meeting. And we're delighted to honor you with this award. Next, I want to mention the 2020 ICIS Luminex Award. This is a new award that is generously supported by Luminex. It recognizes a mid-career investigator who's made outstanding contributions to the field of interferon or cytokine biology. The award is named in honor of John or Jack Kettman, an immunologist who was instrumental in the development of Luminex's technology and was a founding member of the Luminex Corporation. And the inaugural Luminex Award will be given to Greg Sonnenberg. Greg is an associate professor of microbiology and immunology in the Department of Medicine at Weill Cornell in New York. Greg is being recognized really for establishing himself as an extramurally funded and highly respected dynamic young investigator who's had a sustained record of, innovative research contributions in the area of sort of immunology and microbiology, particularly in the intestinal tract. And you'll hear about Greg's work on innate lymphoid cells and their role in the regulation of immunity, inflammation, and cancer shortly. I also want to recognize Joan Ofner, who will be honored with the 2020 ICIS Distinguished Service Award. As many of you know, Joan has been with the Cytokine Society since 2016. Joan has really gone above and beyond the call of duty. Since she joined the Society, she's reached far beyond expectations to ensure, the administrative, conference, and financial success of the Society. And for those of you who know Joan, you'll know just how excited and how supportive she is of our community. The Society also recognizes through a number of awards, a number of our youngest, brightest talent in the fields. These are the 2020 ICIS Young Investigator Awardees. These include Erin Ring, Alaya Tate-Wono, Denyu Zhang, Carrie Lucas, Autumn York, and Jack Major and Matteo Massara. The 3 Milstein Young Investigator Awardees shown here. This is recognizing the talented sort of pool of young investigators that we have in the Society. These awards this year go to Erin Ring, who's an assistant professor at Yale University School of Medicine. And you'll hear about Erin's exciting work on IL-18, which will be presented in Symposium 10 on Wednesday, the 4th. Alaya Tate-Wono is an assistant professor at the Department of Immunology at University of Washington in Seattle. She'll talk about her work on intestinal helminth infections on Tuesday, November 3rd. And then Zhenyu Zhang is an assistant professor in the Department of Immunology at UT Southwestern, where he'll speak about his work on Monday, tomorrow, in the cytosolic DNTP catabolism and how this impacts NLRP3 activation. Carrie Lucas is this year's recipient of the 2020 Christina Fleischman Award. This is an award that's sponsored by Bob Fleischman, an ICIS honorary lifetime member, in honor of his daughter. Carrie is an assistant professor of immunobiology at Yale University in New Haven, and Carrie will talk about her work on cytosolic DNTP catabolism and how this prevents NLRP3 inflammasome overactivation. This will be presented on Wednesday in Symposium 13. And the 2020 inaugural Amanda Proudfoot Tribute Graduate Student Award honors young investigators who've made important advances in chemokine biology. This is an award that's sponsored by friends, family, and colleagues of the late Amanda Proudfoot, who sadly passed away this year. The inaugural awardee is Matteo Massara. He's a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Lausanne. And you'll hear about Matteo's exciting work on Wednesday, November 4th. The Sydney and Joan Pesca Postgraduate and Graduate Awards are generously sponsored and supported by PBL Assay Sciences. And the postgrad awardee is Autumn York, a postdoctoral fellow in the laboratory of Richard Flavelle at Yale University. And she'll talk about her work on decoding the immunological lipidome on Wednesday. And then last but not least, Jack Major, the winner of the 2020 Sydney and Joan Pesca Graduate Award, is from the Francis Crick Institute, supervised by Andreas Wack, and Jack will talk about his work on type 1 and 3 interferons during respiratory virus infection. I also want to highlight the 2020 Millstream Abstract awardees shown here. And please remember to check out their lightning talks, which are available on the LabRoots platform. These are short 3-minute talks by these and other young investigators. And this is really well worth a visit, and you'll have an opportunity to engage with these young investigators throughout the meeting. Here's some photos of our awardees: Warren, Sarah, Vijay, Greg, Anne, and Joan. Sincere congratulations to all of you, and thank you for joining us today. And then here's our young investigators: Aaron, Alea, Zenu, Carrie, Mateo, Autumn, and Jack. Thank you very much for your time.